Hi guys, good afternoon again. My earlier video, my live video that I did, I had to take it down. I don't know what I said in it. Thank you. My video was flagged. So because it's flagged, I had to take it down. So I'm not sure what I said because I realized certain words that are phrases that you might use on YouTube, you get flagged for it. So not sure what I said, but I had to take it down. Yes, so if you're not seeing that video, that live video, that's the reason why I have to remove it. Yes, guys. But I was saying in that video, I was talking about a social media influencer who also is a Christian, and I was looking back on her last post that she made last week, and I realized that a lot of us adults, we are hurt from a childhood days. We are hurt and we are suffering with those hurt. And some person are able to mature and get the help that they need, and some person did not need counseling. They just mature and forgive and move on from what has happened to them. But some persons still carrying those hurt feelings still deep rooted in them. And if you find that you cannot let go of things that you have been through when you were a child, things that you have been through with your siblings, like if your parents used to smack you when you were a child, and you felt like they treat you unfairly, or your siblings were treated better than you, or some sort of way, you know, you do yourself no justice when you hold on to those hurt. It's like every time you hold on to them and remember about them, you are re-hurting yourself. If you are facing anything like that, or you are going through those episodes of things that you have been through as a young child, or even in your teenage life, or even hurt that you have acquired along the way from a relationship, the best thing that you can do is to seek therapy. Seek therapy so you can start to heal from those hurt. That you can get over it. Because it's when you are stuck in a rut, and you have not moved on from it. Every day the time is going, every year the year is going, but you are at the same place. It's not gonna do you any justice. Yes, it's not gonna do you no justice. Yes, if you are holding on to hurt that you have been through many years, you have to seek that help that you need. Do not allow yourself to be hung up on the things that others done to you. You have to come to the place of realizing that you know what, you did not ask them to treat you in this way. You did not ask them to abuse you. It's not because of your fault why they choose to abuse you. They abuse you because they choose to. Yes, and you have to learn to let go. Learn to let go and move on from what has happened to you. I'm not saying that you should not feel some type of way. I'm not saying that you should not remember what had happened to you. But you should not remember it to the extent that you are hurting over again. Right? When you remember it, you should use it as a step to motivate someone, to encourage someone to say, you know what, I have been that route and God has delivered me from it. I have been down that route, but I no longer that same person. Yes? That hurt does not have hold over me. You have to learn to seek help. If you find that you cannot reach to that maturity place where you own it and move on from it and forgive that person that hurt you. Seek help. Yes? Because we all as adults have been through something. in this life we've been through a lot. We have been through a lot, especially depends on our background, where we come from, our culture. Yes, especially if we are Jamaican, we know we've been through some tough things. Many times we were abused, we were beaten, we were ridiculed, we were called names, we were shown loveness, we were treated unfairly. So if you are not strong mentally, if you are not of Christ within you, you will hold on to those things and you find that you won't let them go. But you have to look that you know what? I am not no longer at that place where I used to be. God has brought me and kept me. What that person was doing to me did not take me out. I am still here. That means there's still purpose in my life. I still have places that I need to go. Yes, if you look at it from that angle and from that mental um, um, step, you know that you have overcome all the hurt that they have done to you. But if you find that you are not looking at it positively and you are not mature from that place where you were, you need to seek therapy. You need to go for help. There's no crime in you seeking help. If you find that you need that help, seek it. Because that is why they are there to help and support you. I'm just going to park, guys. That's why they are there to help you and support you. It's no crime in it. Don't stay there and suffer in silence. Mentally, or I can't hold there. Mentally, that you are, suffering. And even if you are suffering, sometimes people are suffering and they are hiding. They do not want to accept that this or that is happening to them. You know, they don't want to accept that they have been hurt and they are still hurting. Because a lot of persons, they was hurt and they are still hurting. And those persons are the very same person who go around and hurt other people. And those persons are the very same person who hold on to grudge easily. And if another person says something, they take it that they are talking about them. They very get picky. They get very touchy because they are harboring something inside of them. They cannot hold a positive or a constructive conversation. Everything has to be about them, or everything they feel like person is talking about them because there's something in them festering. And if you find that you are facing those type of things, examine yourself and see where you have been hurting. See where you have been holding on to things. See where you have been, not loving yourself or giving yourself that justice to get help. When you're hurting, you do yourself justice when you go out there and look help. If you are mature enough, you are going to go out there and you're going to go to a therapist and you're going to go and seek that help that you need. Yes, there's no crime in it. A lot of time, especially we from the black community, a lot of time we don't feel like we need to seek help, and that is why a lot of persons suffer with mental illness and they suffer in silence for a long time. You know, so what I'm saying now about I was talking about Marion All earlier because I was looking at her on her video where she was crying and she was saying that she was hurt from her family member and stuff. And I can see where she was hurt for many years and up till this moment she still have those hurt. She's not healed from them. She has never probably able to overcome those hurt. They are still lying dormant in her. This is why these fresh problems that she's facing with her family member, this is why these things come to the surface. Right? Just like if you got a bucket of water and you have dust in it, right? And you have not take out the dust out of the bucket of water. Every time it stir up, the dust is gonna come to the top. So when you have problem in your family, like issues with your siblings or issues with your parents or stuff like that, and you have not dealt with it, get counseling about it. Seek the help that you need to be able to be positive and to be able to overlook the things that you have been through and able to forgive those persons that hurt you. It's there lying in you for years. You're not moving on. You just stay stagnant in one place. But when You're able to bring it to the Lord in prayer if you are a person who has faith and you believe in God and you're able to let go. You're able to forgive. You're able to move on mentally. You break down the barriers. You break down that stronghold of those hurt that that person or those person have done to you. All of us in our life been through something. I can never see anyone from Jamaica that would tell you that they did not go through a lot of things from a childhood. They probably maybe grow up in a wealthy family or so, and they did not experience something. But once you're from the grassroots, you're gonna go through something. But you have to overlook those things that you have been through. Learn to accept the things that you cannot change and change the things that you can change and have the will to know the difference, to know that you know what, that thing happened to me and it's not my fault, and you know what, that person did this to me but they weren't aware of what they were doing, because they weren't Christ like. This is why they do this to me, and this is what the enemy does. Use those things to remind us, for us to cause our heart to be heavy, so we cannot pray, to make our heart heavy, and we cannot really give our all to God. We have to look in ourselves. If we are at a step where we cannot forgive, we cannot let go, we cannot move on, we still holding on to grudge for 10, 20, 30 years, we're still holding on the things that the person did from you were a child. That means that there's some mental hold is on you. You have to pray and try to break it. Ask God to break it from you. And also seek therapy so you can talk through it, work through it until you get that breakthrough from it. That's how you're gonna be free. A lot of person walking around and they are in mental prison. They are not free, and that's the worst thing. You can think about someone do something and they put them in a physical prison. But think about when somebody is locked in a mental prison. Every day they're seeing darkness. Every day they're seeing the things that their mind tell them to see. They're not thinking logically. They cannot comprehend. They cannot take away the good from the bad. And this is what happened to some people that have been going through hurt as a child. They have never grown up. They have never matured to an adult stage. They're still lacking that child stage of when that thing happened to them. Maybe it happened to them when they were 10, and when they were 15, or when they were 11. And some person are 40, 50, 60, 70, and they're still locked in that mentality from they were 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. Because they have never dealt with the problem. They have never learned to forgive. They never learned to forgive themselves, learn to forgive the person that hurt them, learn to let go these things. These things can cause us to be miserable. These things can cause us to suffer. These things can cause us to not reach our full potential in life if we allow them. Only if we allow them. But when we realize that these are what's happening, if you seek the help that you need to use to break that thing, you will overcome it. If you are on my life today and you have been hurt as a child, hurt in relationship, hurt by your family member, hurt it from anywhere, and you know you need that help and that support to break down that mental barriers that has been torment you for a long time, that problem that you have been through, that abuse that you have been through, that hurt that you have been through, seek therapy and pray to God about it. You will get the help if you seek it. The word of God said, if you seek Him, you will find Him when you search for Him with your whole heart. And if you find another person believe in God, seek therapy still. There are persons who are trained out there, who have the experience, who can support you and help you to work through those hurt and those problems that you're going through. A lot of persons take themselves out because they cannot deal with it anymore, the mental strain that they are going through. But do not allow yourself to reach to that state. Do not take out your problem on others. A lot of persons, that's what they do as well. They don't able to cope and deal with their problem for years, and they keep on taking out on the closest person to them, right? So this is what I'm saying to you guys. I'm just saying it because of what I see, what Marion All was saying and what she was going through. And she's a grown woman and she's still crying and talking about something that happened to her when she were a young girl with her sister, and she was saying that they never like her. That's not true. That's the enemy saying that. There's no way they don't like her. They might not like things that she done, but I'm sure at some point in their life they still have love for her. They love her. And that's what the enemy does. He likes to cause conflict and to break family apart and cause all sorts. But you have to know it. Yes, I'm not saying that she might not have it hurt when they did what they did to her, but at some point in your life you have to forgive and you have to let go and overcome what has happened to you. Because remember another thing as well, what we have been through make us to be who we are today. And we can choose not to be the bad person. We can choose not to live and reflect on the things that we have been through. Yes? That's what I'm saying to you guys today. If you are in that position, if you're hurt, if you have experienced abuse, if you are going through mental torment, anything that you have been through that is keeping you in a mental prison, seek help. All right, it's out there for you, and you can get that help. You just need to reach out and touch someone, get in contact with someone who can help you. Yes, it's gonna do you a whole lot of justice. All right, guys. So that's what I wanna say. And for the video that was taken down because it was flagged up, I do this one to replace it, but I did not go deep in it like when I did the first one. All right, because I don't want him to flag me again. So stay away from what I was saying earlier. Love and blessing. I'm gonna see you later. Bless you. All right. Love and blessing. And I was looking at this psalm this morning, and as you're going, I'm gonna leave it. Give it. I'm gonna read it out. Yeah. I think it's Psalm 42. It's Psalm 43. Psalm 42. I think it's 43. Psalm 43. I was reading it this morning. It's not 42. It's 43. And I'll read it out as we go. It said, "Judge me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. For thou art the God of my strength. Why dost thou cast me off? Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? O send out thy light and thy truth. Let them lead me, let them bring me unto thy holy hill, unto thy tabernacle. Then will I go unto the altar of God, unto God my exceedingly joy. Yea, upon the harp will I praise thee, O God my strength. O God my God, why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my God. Praise the Lord. God bless you guys. This is the psalm that I read today, Psalm 43. Yes, people. Love and blessing from over here. Stay blessed. And if you are experiencing hurt from a child or hurt in a relationship and you are carrying it, you're not doing yourself any justice. Pray and ask God to help you. If you're not, if you don't have faith, you don't believe in God, seek therapy. And even if you believe in God, seek therapy as well as pray as well. God bless you. I'll see you later. Love and blessing.